And no, yeah, you mentioned DDG, and it's interesting, with the Haley Bailey and their connection with the Carters
Mhm.
for this to fall on DDG, where he's like, it seems that if you're connected with the Carters from Megan Thee Stallion, from Halle Bailey, that
Oh no, we can go
it's
all the way back. We can go back a lot further than that. Why is Chris Brown in jail right now
oh yeah, come on,
in London?
correct. I mean, well, he did hit somebody in the head with a bottle. I mean,
Are we sure that that actually happened?
hey, hey, hey,
Are we sure that he was left with no choice? I'll never forget. Not long after that whole foolishness between him and Rihanna, and he went to do what was it? Good Morning America to do a performance, and they gaslit him so bad in that green room, and he freaked out on their asses, and he should have for what they were trying to do to him. And then they made sure that was publicized. Then they just arrest him in Texas too. Last year, we talked about that, right?
yeah, that was a fight. That was an altercation on some gang activity. I guess I don't know.
There's a bunch of gang for a dancing man. Not a gang for a man
Questionable,
that sings and dances.
very questionable.
I don't. Mm. Let's look at the lineup. Rihanna was signed to Jay-Z. Chris Brown wasn't playing ball the way they wanted him to. The next thing you know, he gets labeled as a woman abuser, and then they put the dogs on him. Oh, you beat up a woman, and oh, you did this. It's funny because they all beat up women too, allegedly. And some I've seen.
Ugh.
I'm just trying to figure it out. Can't nobody else be women beaters but y'all?
Oof.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you wanted something? Jeez,
You got
jeez.
Rihanna? She done it to the and Haley is signed to the baby, which means she's signed to the Jigga Man. Her baby daddy didn't nobody know that she was pregnant until right before the end, and then it was all wonderful and it was great, and then all of a sudden he's not treating her right. Whoopty whoopty whoop. Are we sure that's real? Because she got a restraining order against him. He said that he was defending himself from her, just like Chris Brown was defending himself from Rihanna in that car. She said she had a chip too. But then again, it was also noted that that chip was too, it was broken before this incident.
Yeah,
So now we're just going back and we just snatching up everything that happened and then throwing it in there. We just that's what we doing. Kiki
yeah,
Palmer and her old dude
yeah.
also attached to the Jigga Man and the Diddler. And from what I remember, Kiki's baby daddy is also a Diddyite as well and been messed over by the Diddler, allegedly. And then the whole thing blew up with Usher disrespecting that man all over his woman. You see, do you see how they put their little minions out there?
Yeah, I see. Jeez.
Why is it? And then it brings us back to Megan and Tory. Why he always putting these whack ass bitches on men that he can't control, or men that tell him no. And then the next thing you know, they tell him no, and then everybody's in court. Everybody's a woman beater. Everybody's got restraining orders. Guess what? As long as he's got that restraining order on him, he can't legally carry firearm, which means if anybody run up on him, oops, liquid handcuffs, paper handcuffs.
Come on.
That's what they do.
Now, now
Now
Jack.
DDG is like Tory. Uh,
Now, Jack, we got to get your take because everyone probably has some type of freaky nature in their past. I guess I don't know, but when you hear stories about yeah, when you hear stories about where Diddy he likes
What
for
ain't
the
a freak?
man
What ain't a freak? What they got going on? Ain't a freak.
to hear the stories of a man ejaculating on Cassie and then him and Cassie Diddy and Cassie going to another room to rub it on his nipples. When you hear things like that, is it like is that like wow? Like are you wowed by that? Like wow, I didn't know he got down like
I
that.
was
But
dominatrix, and I was very well trained. I've heard all kinds of weird stuff, all kinds, and most of that stuff that I heard, it lines right up with the weird world. But see, those are usually, you know, paid for transactions. That's not a relationship. See,
mm,
that's not a relationship.
come on,
You had a concubine, bought and paid for. She was your personal party favor for over a decade. Number one, people that deal in the body fluid, it just kind of irked me because I don't get it. And what I'm not getting is why in God's name are people still trying to make it seem like he's not gay? Well, actually, he isn't gay. He's a sodomite. There's a difference.
yeah,
But clearly, this is a man who loves man-on-man interaction. He likes it so much, he wants to just nourish his skin. I bet he puts it in smoothies. Extra protein. Well, see what I'm saying is, these aren't things that a straight man would ever be involved in.
come on.
Ever. There is no straight man who loves women vagina that would ever be interested in these things.
Come on.
So why are we sitting here scrutinizing the validity of his relationships with women when men that like that kind of stuff, they're not really capable of loving women? So then why was she there?
She said she thought she was in a monogamous relationship. She thought that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure for a minute there until she popped up and Kim was there, or Gina was there, or whoever was there, or Misa was there, or whoever was there.
Mm.
Just because a guy tells you you're the only one doesn't mean it's true. But you're more likely to believe it the younger you are because you're still stuck in that Disney fantasy.
That's real. That's real.
This is a kid. Let's remember, she was 19 years old, 20 years old, 21 years old. She came from Connecticut. She didn't come from Hell's Kitchen. She came from Connecticut. And even though Connecticut do got hood in it, it ain't New York. She was a deer in headlights. And she was constantly being distracted with little carrots and little bobbles along the way. Oh, you'll be in a movie. You'll be a big star. And then all the women around her. Oh, girl, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. Man, you better be happy that look, you put up with this. I promise you're going to be able to write your own ticket. Whoopty, whoopty, woo.
Real life.